A Day in My Life. As an interview. Second edition Fire.
Hi, this is LIFELINK United Nations Conference, and I'm Robert Ameerah and
Najib Taki.
And Ameerah Abbas.
Today we are come to discuss what happened in the conference and their personal opinion and whether they will interest people to join. So, starting with Najib, what were your expectations for this conference and were they met?
Okay. So overall, I would say my personal expectations were met because I feel this conference today was pretty much insightful. I initially entered the room with a sense of nervousness because the kind of people I saw seated and the entire environment felt a bit, I felt a sense of heaviness the moment I entered the room. But once I sat down, took my seat and began listening to what was going on, I felt a bit of calm. So the man was basically talking about communication skills, how to network with people and that kind of thing. And we actually began the whole session with a networking session. So we were asked to get up and then try to speak to someone we didn't know about. Introduce yourself to someone you don't know. And personally, I'm kind of the type who is reserved, less outspoken, and I always like to keep to myself. So when it got to this point, I felt a bit reluctant. But then everyone across me, beside me, was trying to get to know someone. So to say you'd sit down and not know anything would feel out of place. So
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Ameerah, what do you think about today and the question at hand? So were your expectations met?
Okay, so I've been to several conferences and the LIFELINK is my first conference. And I would say my expectations were met. I am so happy to meet new people from across the nations and across schools and then different caliber of people. There is this thing that Ghanaian youth are sorry for the tree language, but then they'll just be like, I don't want to talk to her because she's not my lead, she's not my here. It's not about that. Here it's about your knowledge, here it's about what you bring on board pertaining the topic you've been given to. So personally, I am open, I am free, I'm friendly. My expectations were met fine, and I was so happy to meet new people. Please, I'm definitely coming here next time and definitely forever.
Wow. These answers were so good, and I really liked that you felt so good in World United Nations. So what stood out to you? What stood out to you guys in the session? What stood out to you?
Okay, so the fact that the question was thrown from out of the blue, I know you guys understand what the conference is about, right? You know what UN is all about. But then the question was not given to us weeks ago or months ago. It was given to us just few hours or few minutes before the whole session began. So it was like a bit of testing your brain cells. Whatever you can do, your vocabs and everything has to come together, and then people did massively well. So I was surprised, I was happy, and I was impressed about how people were able to debate on their points given to them in their various nations. Their delicate nations.
Wow, that's a fine speech. Please, do you think that your opinions were being heard by this committee in session?
Yes, most definitely. I believe so. Because it was an entirely moderated caucus. So everyone had the platform to communicate. So if you had something you wanted to put across, you had the platform to make yourself heard, make your point, and then if there were other counters that other people wanted to put across, there were questions that they had to they wanted to give to you or pose to you. They were also granted opportunity. So I feel we all had our fair chances. We were heard quite pretty well, and we managed to put our points across.
Wow, that is really nice. Talking of the unmod section, the unmoderated caucus section, where people have to talk about what they wanted to talk about within their respective views, How was that place like? Because I know it will be brutal at that place.
Okay, it wasn't really brutal because everyone wants to listen to the opinion or the perspective of their group member. So it was more of, oh, I don't agree with you. Let's take it this way, or let's check it out this way. What do you think? What if this other group is going to oppose us with what you are saying? It was more of that. So that's where more of the socializing is, because you're going to talk to somebody you saw seats away, 5 seats away, 10 seats away, like, God, I'm scared to talk to this person. But then during the unmoderated course, you realize you are even speaking to the person without knowing you are speaking to the person. It happened to me, and then I was so happy because some people I learned new things from their way of their manner of speech, and then the way they carry out about themselves. I learned new things, confidence and stuff like that. Yeah, so I was so happy, and then it was not weird, it was fun because I love exploring personally. Yeah.
Wow, that is so good. But talking of countries which are like religious based, mostly Muslim countries, how they take your own mode, like, because you guys were talking about like abortion, right? So how they take it? Because I find it interesting on was going on in your session.
Okay. I think the Muslim countries, held quite a rather stronger stance. And I mean, being a Muslim myself, with these kind of sessions, you are expected to, take the stance of not like your personal stance. You are expected to, maintain the stance of the country you are representing, because in this instance, you are a delegate. So for me personally, I'm a Muslim, so obviously I'm definitely against this abortion and LGBTQ stuff. But then, I mean, I was representing the United Kingdom, and we all know the United Kingdom is a strong proponent of
Liberalism.
this liberalism and that kind of thing. So obviously I had to switch off and then take off every personal sentiments I had regarding this kind of stuff, and then stick to the values of the country that I was representing. So I think this is one thing that equally makes this whole model UN thing pretty unique, because it gives you the opportunity to, sort of like, I don't know how to put it, like enter into a different shell. And then, yes, it gives you the opportunity to enter into a different shell and easily articulate yourself based on something you know or something you're knowledgeable about.
Wow. From what you are saying, means people weren't attacked, and that is very good. So are you going to entreat people to join all the United Nations? Because it's like a very good platform for how you are saying it. So will you entreat people to join? And if yes, why?
Well, I would most definitely entreat people to join. Basically because for me, my number one priority is that I feel it's an avenue that helps individuals to learn effective communication skills. It enables you to be very articulate. If you are someone who fears public speaking, you learn public speaking in this scenario, because in this environment you find yourselves, you meet people from different walks of life, people with different opinions, people with multiple other values that you don't personally have. So when you meet people in this kind of environment, it makes you open up more, and then it gives you a more varied view of life in general. So I feel this is a great opportunity for people to go and better improve their communication skills, their articulation skills, and their public speaking skills. So yeah, that's basically 3 of the most important things that I feel I took from this.
Then that is really good. So means the session is a stereotype-free session. So that's what you basically said. So what do you also think about it? So do you feel that you have to entreat people to come here?
Definitely yes, because why? You've gotten a free platform to like teach you how to break out from the shell of social anxiety. Like, I mean, how many were we? We were about 200, more than 200. Yeah, and you have to talk. Your voice have to be heard by that 100 to 200 people in this group. Just not only about public speaking, but then about how you think. you should think for, you shouldn't think for just yourself. You should think aloud. You should think outside the box. You should be weighing options. You can't be just for yourself. Like my personal view is, well, I don't think, me personally, I don't think you don't do that here. You think for, because I mean you are representing a particular nation, right, or a country. So you're supposed to think for the nation. You're supposed to think for that particular country. You set all your personal opinions aside. You think for the country. Yeah, as Najib said, you can be a Muslim or a Christian, and then you can be repping a country. You can be a delegate of a country, which is like opposite your own religion, and then you will have to like talk for them. You can't tell me you are from Saudi Arabia, and then they come and tell you maybe abortion. Sorry, but then abortion, and then you be like, personally, nah, we don't do that here. So I think personally it helps people think aloud, think for people to not for just themselves. So that in some cases when you find yourself, you be like, oh well, life is not about just me. I can't be selfish with my opinions. I have to listen. I have to see what people think about this, and then you'll be so okay, and then you live peacefully. Yeah. So I'm entreating people to come and join the next training and then the main conference, because you're missing a lot. Even those who missed today, they've missed a lot. They've missed a lot.
Wow, that was so nice. Me, from all what you guys have said and what I've heard, I feel LIFELINK is a mental booster, because you said that people are going to like think on a point being given, so and ask questions, give solutions. So it's going to boost like your mind. So I feel everybody should apply for LIFELINK on the United Nations, and it's going to really help them. Thank you.